Okay, so what kind of situation do we currently have on ATH USD? Now, on the monthly time frame, we clearly have a market that has approached and rejected a very important monthly structure area. In fact, it was support here, and the market hit the area again here, rejecting it aggressively to the upside. So immediately from the monthly time frame, we can see that the market rejected a strong zone and is now at a very strong resistance area. In fact, this is exactly the zone from which the market started the drop that actually went to test the strong structure support. So the market is currently inside of this resistance and support, basically moving inside of this channel from a monthly perspective. Let's go down on the weekly and see what kind of situation we can see from a weekly perspective. Perfect. Let's keep the charts clean and see what kind of situation we have here on the weekly. Now, on the weekly time frame, two important structure levels that we can immediately find. First of all, the market has already rejected this bearish trend line. The market started from here, you can see that the market perfectly rejected this bearish trend line. And the second structure area that we can see is exactly this zone here. Why? Because in all of this impulse to the upside, okay, when the market started this move to the upside, the market rejected exactly here. So started a retracement twice. As you can see, one and again rejected, meaning that basically the market here has found resistance. So if the market here had found resistance, now that the market broke the zone to the upside and is going to retest it now, here it has support. So basically on the weekly, the market is trapped in between this resistance and this support, basically this zone here. Another thing that we can do is keep in mind, if you want information on a retracement in the market, you have to take your Fibonacci on the impulse, which in this case is from this low here to this high. And what we can see is that the 0.618, which is the golden ratio, lines up perfectly with this structure, previous resistance, now turned support. We go down on the daily time frame and what kind of situation we can see. Now, on the daily time frame, we can see that after this impulse to the downside, the market tried to go lower. However, it rejected its zone aggressively before, basically continuing to range above this support. So on the daily time frame, even though we have here strong support, the market is in a bearish environment. It has a bearish structure. Why? Because after this impulse to the downside, the market had broken below the previous support, which is now turned resistance, basically confirming a bearish structure, however, with support also on the daily here, giving also the possibility to actually create this inverted head and shoulders for continuation to the upside. So how are we supposed to be approaching this situation with students? Now, the bearish trend line that we have identified on the weekly time frame has good probabilities of actually breaking to the upside because this structure seems way stronger. Why? Because this trend line has only two touches, one here, the second one here, and the third one is here. Now, what will actually decide the outcome on a ATH USD is what will happen with BTC USD because obviously they are correlated. But seeing continuation to the upside for the creation of this monthly W formation is definitely possible. But as usual, guys, we have to be reactive and not predictive. We can't predict the market, but we can react to what the market will show us. So if we will see the market just continue to the downside, we are not interested in the move to the downside with students because anyway we will face strong weekly support at this area. So what we will be waiting for actually is for the market to break back above the daily structure, which in this case is here, right? The last high that the market created on the daily is here. So if the market will actually manage to break above this high, then what will happen? We will have a market that has created this W formation. And after a W formation, you expect a retracement back to the neckline before the continuation to the upside. So if and only if the market will actually manage to make an impulse to the upside and break above this resistance, then after the market will go for the retracement inside of that zone, the previous resistance will be turned support, On the monthly time frame, we have the possibility to create the W formation, and what we will be doing at that point, we will be monitoring price action with students inside of this area, waiting for the market to provide to us one of our valid entries. And as soon as the market will provide to us one of our valid entries, we will be taking a nice long with a very good risk to reward and very good probabilities for the move to the upside on the other side. If the market will just continue to move to the downside as it is right now, we are not interested in the move to the downside, because here we have weekly support, and we will then adjust our analysis to the new market structure, and I will also keep you guys updated here on TradingView, so no worries about that. Now, if you enjoyed this free analysis and education, make sure you drop a like and a comment. It really does support the creation of more free education and analysis for all of you, and I will see you in the next video.